Okay, a high-ranking official in the Catholic Church in Melbourne has said that he would rather go to prison than report pedophilia to the police.
Gross. That's gross.
So, Archbishop of Melbourne, Dennis Hart, says he's prepared to be jailed for failing to report child abuse by pedophile priests.
That's not ridiculous. Okay.
I don't understand how they can take this. I don't understand. I don't understand this position. I don't understand how the Catholic Church is taking this position. This is so disgusting. Yeah. It's so disgusting.
That's not okay. No.
So
in any way, shape, or form, not okay.
He made this statement in response to the Australian Royal Commission into the institutional responses to child sex abuse. God, that's a mouthful. Saying that there would be no excuse, protection, nor privilege for clergy who failed to report to alert the police of abuse. So he insisted that the sexual abuse was a spiritual encounter with God through the priest.
No.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No.
So inside that kid's ass, or is it the priest's ass that is the wormhole to God? I don't know here. So a new report by the commission proposed 85 sweeping changes to the criminal justice system and recommended that priests face criminal charges for failing to report serious crimes such as sexual abuse to the police. As the law currently stands, the clergy are not legally obliged to report crimes to the police. I think we have that in America where they have to report crimes, but they don't. But that's the thing. But they should.
There's a certain amount of privilege and limits, but
so
they are
it's
certainly
like harm to another person or themselves. They are obligated, just like a therapist, to report in the United States.
Yeah.
So officials in Australia believe that the Catholic Church is using confessional confidentiality. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's entirely disgusting.
The report says that we understand the significance of religious confession, in particular the inviolability of the confessional seal to people of some faiths, particularly Catholics. However, we've heard evidence of a number of instances where disclosures of child sexual abuse were made in religion confession by both victims and perpetrators.
Oh my God.
And they just let it float by because they're like, not my job. I'm a priest. I don't have to do.
That's so gross. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How morally corrupt can you be? How morally corrupt can you be to say that you know of child sex abuse and go, not gonna report it? That's not morally.
That's not how it works. No.
That's not. I'm sorry, but you are facilitating child abuse. You are facilitating child abuse. And there is nothing that we know that is so much more detrimental to this person's life than child abuse. And you are continuing this cycle. Oh my God, you're a disgusting human being. You should be ashamed of yourself, and you don't deserve any sort of compassion or freedom. Except for basic, I don't believe in punishment, but no, you are a bad person.
So Hart, the Archbishop, who's also the huge fucking lion of, he's the president of the Australian Catholic Bishops Conference, whatever, who cares? He said that the confessional seal should remain protected from the law, saying in a statement, "It is a fundamental part of freedom of religion and is recognized in the law of Australia and many other countries. So it must remain here in Australia." It's like, outside of this,
I'm drinking more.
All offenses against children must be reported to the authorities, and we are absolutely committed to doing so. No, you're not.
Clearly not. Clearly fucking not.
And so he said the independent report asked him whether he would go to prison rather than breach the seal of confession. He said, "I said that I would. I believe that this is an absolutely sacrosanct communication of a higher order." So
you're disgusting. You're a disgusting human being. Go fuck yourself forever. That's disgusting.
"I would go to extreme lengths outside of the confessional to make sure that the law was observed. But there are some matters which are of a higher order, things to do with God."
That's disgusting. You're a disgusting human being. The consequences are that more children will be abused. What the fuck? It doesn't matter if you believe this person will be punished in hell after. You are allowing this sin, according to your terminology, to continue. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because they believe that this God thing is that much more important. How moral is your God? To let this shit continue, you know?
Oh my.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Believing what they believe, I don't know how they could possibly think that their God wants them not to report it.
This is so gross, you guys. So gross.
How do they believe that
this is the world we live in?
They want the harm. They want that to continue.
There are human beings who think it's fine to just not report child sex abuse. You guys, there are human beings who think it's fine. In fact, think it's morally right to not report child sex abuse. That's real.
Yeah,
that's real.
Real bad
that's
too.
Real in the world that we live in. That's real. And you, everyone listening, have family members who would defend them. And right now, I'm going to drink some more because I don't know how to process this information.
Absolutely. And so the Father Brennan suggested requiring clerics to report abuse allegations would make children less safe.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. Not even close.
Here is his twisted reasoning on this one. He says, because it may take away the one possibility, instead of, actually getting this guy turned into the cops and having shit done to him, that the sex offender would repent and turn himself in.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
How many times has that happened?
What's the success rate on that? What?
Yeah.
A pedophile actually, outing themselves as a pedophile and that they victimized somebody?
So how often? Yeah. How often has the priest advocated for that? Really?
Child rapist. The child rapist.
Yeah.
The child.
No, I just want to know how often in the confessional the priest says, you should go ahead and turn yourself in.
Nope, because they have this absolution thing where they can be like,
right,
do this, do that, and you're free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A million.
Go do. Yeah.
And then you're fine. And then they're fucking fine.
Yeah.
They need to bring back the what the hell am I thinking of? Yeah, I was going to say
the self-flagellation. Yeah.
They
need to bring back the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody would expect that happening.
We need to remove population. I don't care if we remove these people to from the population in a perfectly comfortable and sustainable where we can actually educate and give therapy to these people. I think that's actually a great idea. I actually think that's fantastic. But remove them from the fucking population so that they don't keep hurting fucking kids. Oh my God.
We tried that. We tried that once and we got Australia.
we pick on the Australians. Sorry. You're a lovely country. I would really want to visit there.
I have no problem with Australia, but England tried that.
It's a joke.
The joke was there. The joke was there.
The joke was there.
We have to joke, otherwise this is too serious. So the lawyer, Vivian Walker, who has represented child sex abuse victims, welcomed the commission's recommendation, says, I think it's about time the Catholic Church was dragged out of the Dark Ages. We can no longer think about sexual offending against children as some kind of forgivable sin. Wow, the voice of reason here,
Yeah. I like
Oh my God. Everyone, can we just listen to this woman? This woman knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, but she's a slag. No one's going to listen to her.
Oh, she's a woman. No.
Ouch. That one hurt.
Ow. You've had a bunch of liquor because that took a second for it to reach your brain.
It was the bone.
Apparently,
what bone right there.
Oh God! Ow!
Oh, the wrist bone. Fuck.
Yeah,
how does that happen? I got too much meat on this right here. Felicia, you're getting skinny. You're getting skinny. Okay, let's see what else does this fucking nightmare of an article have to say about this. it's submission to the commission. Submission to the commission. That's my That's my title of my
Bad
new
name.
book.
Bad name.
Yeah.
This is my bad name. I'm claiming it.
The Catholic
Submission
Church's
to
Trust, Justice, and Healing Council. Just masturbatory phrasing there, guys. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
Argued. They argued that requiring priests to disclose information heard during confession would undermine freedom of religion.
No,
They
No
don't
one-
get a freedom to religion if it's impeding on other people's rights. Don't you understand this? They don't
no,
get
they
it.
don't. No, they don't.
It's
They
like your whole
don't
freedom to
care.
swing your arms around flailing wildly end at somebody else's nose. It's like your freedom of
Yeah.
religion
I'm
ends
allowed
when a
to
penis
do
enters an
this.
8-year-old ass. It's
Yeah,
just-
no kidding. Yeah, Father, your freedom of religion stops where it ends at the tip of your penis.
Okay.
That's it.
I have a really simple explanation for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just a child just seeing a penis,
Mhm.
not touching, not anywhere near it, just seeing the penis is not actually traumatizing to the child. I still favor this being just generally illegal in flashing, in going into places like locker rooms and exposing yourself to children just to get a reaction, because the idea is that the children did not consent to seeing said penis.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there are circumstances where it's fine.
Mhm.
Like, it's fine. Like, in a home, if you see your dad's dick, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
There are circumstances where it's bad for both parties.
Yeah.
It's just
And in San Francisco, apparently it's legal to be nude in public as long as you don't excrete or something like that. I don't know what that means.
as long as you don't leave a snail trail wherever you go.
Exactly. So basically, women are wearing underwear.
Because excretion's happening all the time.
But I
Hey
wrote
guys,
an
it happens with
answer.
you too. Your
It
glands.
does. It does.
yeah.
Don't even lie to me right now.
No, it happens. Yeah.
Which is why I am totally down with the native style where they just loincloth it. Like
Mhm.
that's a solid method. but there are people who intentionally expose themselves to children. They are that what they're trying to do is expose their genitalia to children. Now they're not pedophiles, okay? So we need to walk that right back. But
Mhm.
there's something going on in there. I'm still fine with that being illegal, even though the kids aren't going to be traumatized. So we can say that just because something may not be intentionally damaging, consent is always important. Consent is always important.
Yes.
And Catholic Church,
Make sure you ask that child if he wants to see your dick.
and they don't. It turns out the kid doesn't.
They just don't.
Dicks are
Yeah.
weird. Nope, they don't. They may have neutral feelings on it, but they definitely don't.
Just reminds
consent
me of
to it.
the opening and the closing of the Twilight Zone movie from ages back. You want to see something
Oh,
real scary?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, Father
Put it
Bohab,
away.
please no.
Put it away. Put it away.
And these Catholic priests are acting as if they somehow have a right to this.
Allow it to
And no,
happen.
you
Yeah.
don't. No, you don't have a right. You don't have a right to this. You don't have a right to protecting this information. If
No.
I see a grown ass adult exposing themselves purposely to children, I'm reporting that shit.
Yeah.
I'm reporting it.
Mhm.
And that's because I'm a moral human being who goes, wow, this is really super terrible. You shouldn't be doing this to children. Those children are going to be fine. They're fine. But you don't just get to thrust yourself on somebody. That's not how this fucking works.
So
Holy
while
shit.
we're talking
What
rights here,
the fuck is going on?
let's finish it up with what the report's commission stressed. It said the right to practice one's religious beliefs must accommodate civil society's obligation to provide for the safety of all, and in particular, children's safety from sexual abuse. So they get it.
Mm-hmm.
The Catholic Church don't fucking get it, and they never will. If they've had 40 years of being public about all this fucking abuse, and people are still paying their tithing. So, religion, people.
Stop going to Catholic Church. Just don't go to Catholic Church. Don't go.
I don't care how nice your priest is. Be friends with him, but don't give him your income.
Just stop. Yeah, don't give them money. No money. They don't get money anymore.
They've got plenty. They've got plenty.
Yeah. If he could sit on a giant fucking golden throne.
They have treasures in a vault that no one gets to see. That's well known. That's well established.
I think Jesus told them to give that all away, but no, they're not going to follow that. Nope, not going to happen.
Nope, they're not listening to that.
Pagan as shit.
Yeah.